Hello, this is a lecture video for 2-6 paragraph, well, proving angle congruence, and here we go. So the first slide, it's a warm-up question, so just pause the video. I'm gonna pause for 2 seconds, and you guys can try to do this one, okay? Okay, now, like I said, this is 2-6, proving angle congruence, so just make sure you know how to prove angles, and then we will go through the steps that's necessary to do that as well. So this way you have an idea how to do it. First thing, key point. A theorem is a conjecture, conclusion, or statement that you prove to be true. Okay, so if you can prove something to be not true, therefore something it's not going to be a theorem. Another one. Oh, by the way, in any time you can pause the video and just copy down whatever it needs to. All the key points are important, even though the video will be on YouTube, but just make sure you guys know what to remember for the quiz and for the test as well. Okay. Second key point, theorem 2.1. Okay, vertical angle theorem. So this is something that we already knew. Okay, vertical angles are congruent to each other. So right here you can see the 2 and 4, they're in the same color, 1 and 3 are the same color because they're congruent to each other. And congruent, again, congruent is basically saying it's the same thing, or they're very similar to each other. So this is very important. We're going to be using this today a lot. Vertical angles are congruent. Vertical angle theorem. Okay. Another key point, when you write the geometry proof, it's very good idea to separate a statement into hypothesis and conclusion. And right here, hypothesis I label in red, conclusion I do it in blue. So if two angles are verticals, then they are congruent. Hypothesis, conclusion. So this is an example of proof. Okay, so let's prove the theorem. Okay, so given that 1 and 3 are vertical angles, and we need to prove that 1 is congruent to 3. Okay, so first thing, whatever is given to you, write it down right away. Second thing, we know that 1 and 2 can form a supplementary angle, which they are linear pair right here in the states. And the same thing for 2 and 3 right here. 2 and 3 are supplementary and they form a linear pair. Therefore, we can rewrite this by the sum of the measurement of supplement, okay, or you can use replacement. Okay, so replacing the angle, the measurement equals 180, that makes sense. And because they both equal to 180 and they share a common term, angle 2, the measurement of angle 2, you can set them equal to each other because they're 180. And then we can take away subtract property of equality, take away measurement number 2, angle number 2, and then you just have measurement angle 1 equal to measurement angle 3. And when that is the case, we have the congruent. Okay, keep in mind, whenever you set something equal, it's an equal sign. Whenever you take out the measurement right here, then it becomes congruent sign. Okay, very important. Next, using vertical angle theorem to solve value. Since we said this side is the same as this side, we can solve the value by setting them equal to each other, and then just simply do your math. Subtract 2x from this side and this side, and then you get 21 equals 2x divided by that. That will be your answer. You can write it like this. Sometime multiple choice you won't find an answer like this, so you just kind of need to figure out which one is a better way to do it. Okay, the same thing. This one, you should try this one. I put the answer up because this is a YouTube video. Set them to equal to each other, which is right here. Subtract 2x, becomes x equal to 40. Right away you got your answer. Nothing difficult, nothing tricky. Okay. Proof using the vertical angle theorem. So now we have this crazy graph on the right hand side. We have given angle 1 and angle 4 is congruent. We need to prove that angle 2 and angle 3 are congruent. So first, whatever it's given to you, write it down. Okay, write it down. And according to vertical angle theorem, we know 4 and 2 are congruent, or you can put down 1 and 3 are congruent. Okay, either way. Okay, this one is just optional steps. 1 and 3 works too. and then right here, and because those two are congruent, and then there's a common term, you can say, okay, I can get rid of the common term, so 1 and 2 will be congruent to each other. So by transitive property, remember, it's like transparency, you can see through. Basically, you can cancel out one of the term. Okay, and this one you have to use the other one. Okay, if you use 1 and 3 in the beginning, then you have to use 4 and 2 right here. They use 4 and 2 at the beginning, so now they have just used 1 and 3. The same thing, vertical angles are congruent. This is the vertical angle theorem. And then now, since this one is the same thing, I can replace this 2 by 2. So 2 and 3 are congruent. Okay, this is your try, and basically they lay out exactly the same thing. On the left-hand side, that's the answer for the first one, using basically the same thing, vertical angle theorem. And then this one, it's also the same thing, but without the vertical angle theorem. Okay. For this one, you can just use the supplementary definition of supplementary angle, okay, which is right here. This right here, 1 and 2 are 180. Okay, so you have more modality. Okay, and if this is divided up, then they are congruent. Okay, and since it's given, we know these two are congruent. They are the same thing. And 180 divided by 2 would equal 90. So, and so on and so forth, you start to prove the other sides to be true as well. Okay, this is another key point, very, very important, congruent supplement theory. Okay, so if 1 and 3 are supplement, these two, they add up to be a straight angle, to be a linear pair. And 2 and 3s are supplement, 2 and 3, there's another one. So because they both are supplement to 3, we can say 1 and 2 are congruent. Okay, it's almost thinking of like puzzle pieces. If two puzzle pieces fit together, A and B, and then if you take out the B and you replace C in there, and if they fit to each other, then we can say B and C are basically the same shape. Okay, writing a paragraph proof. The only difference is with paragraph proof is that you have to write your on the algebra side, your statements on the left. I mean, your statement and your justification together. So like this one, it's a sentence. It's no longer like divided into two parts. Okay, previously we can divide it into two parts like this. Okay, paragraph proof, it's not. It's your statements and your reasons are written in one sentence. Sorry, clicked the wrong one. Okay, so basically you know this one. I'm gonna pause for like 2 seconds, so this way you can pause the video. Okay, we're back. Next one. This is basically the same thing. This is helping you guys to kind of figure out how to write a paragraph proof for the vertical angle. Okay, this is just the vertical angle theorem, which is the very, very top, that one. Let me show you guys the theorem again. This is the theorem that we're trying to write the we're trying to write the paragraph to prove for. Okay, and that will be the paragraph proof. Basically, remember the 2 column that we did? Right, let me find it. Right here. Okay, basically we're rewriting this by combining the statement and the reasoning to make the paragraph, which looks like this again. Okay, and last thing, it's some more theorems that you'll be using in the future. Okay, these are very, very, very useful. Okay, basically the same thing. If they are right angles are all the same measurement, so they're congruent. Okay, this one, if they complement each other, and then the third one complement, it's basically like the supplementary one. Okay, if that's the case, then they are also congruent. The same thing, A and B, take away B, put in C, they're still fit. Okay, last one, if they're congruent and they are supplement. Okay, if 2 angles are congruent to each other and then they form, if they're a supplement, they're congruent and supplementary, then they are both right angle. So this is kind of like a reverse proof for 2-4. Okay, and that's it for the video. If you have any questions, shoot me questions on Schoology, and then I would love to answer. And hopefully I will see you guys soon. Do my homework. Do my homework. Don't save it till the last minute. It's not gonna be fun. Bye.